Welcome to Divine Inspiration, where we dive deep into the timeless tales and profound lessons found in the Scriptures. I'm thrilled to have you join us as we explore the rich history, prominent characters, and spiritual wisdom that have shaped our faith over the centuries. Today we're focusing on a fascinating chapter of the Bible, the final days of King Solomon, one of the wisest and most celebrated figures in history. Although Solomon is renowned for his extraordinary wisdom, immense wealth, and the monumental construction of the Temple of Jerusalem, his story also provides invaluable lessons about the consequences of straying from God's path. In this episode, we will journey through the highs and lows of Solomon's reign, from his divine appointment as king to the decisions that ultimately led to his downfall. It serves as a powerful reminder that even the most blessed among us can face significant challenges when we allow external influences to weaken our faith. I invite you to stay with us as we uncover the wisdom, challenges, and consequences of Solomon's life, reflecting on how these lessons apply to our own spiritual journey. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Divine Inspiration. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on all our future episodes as we continue exploring the incredible stories found in the Bible. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, share your reflections in the comments, and spread this video to your church group, family, and friends. Your support helps us bring these life-changing messages to more people, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. King Solomon, son of David and Bathsheba, stands as one of the most significant figures in the Bible. He is known for his unparalleled wisdom, immense wealth, and his central role in building the Temple of Jerusalem. However, his rise to Israel's throne was marked by family turmoil and intense challenges. After King David's death, Adonijah, Solomon's older brother, attempted to seize the throne. But through the intervention of the prophet Nathan and Bathsheba, God's chosen one, Solomon, was crowned king. The divine prophecy given to David in 1 Chronicles 22 made it clear, "You have shed much blood and waged many wars. Therefore, you will not build the temple in my name. However, your son, a man of peace, will build it." This son, Solomon, whose name is derived from the Hebrew word shalom, meaning peace, would indeed bring tranquility to Israel during his reign. Solomon's rule over Israel lasted approximately 40 years, from 971 to 931 BC. While little is known about his early life, biblical accounts give us glimpses of the complicated family dynamics in which he grew up. David, with his many wives, frequently faced power struggles among his children, each vying for influence and control. Solomon's rise to the throne came at a time of heightened tension as the struggle for succession played out during David's final years. Before Adonijah's attempt, Solomon's half-brother Absalom had also tried to take the throne, but failed in his rebellion. Adonijah, with the backing of David's former general Joab and the priest Abiathar, staged his own coronation, hoping to claim the throne. However, Bathsheba, Nathan, and the priest Zadok intervened, reminding David of his promise to make Solomon his successor. Acting quickly, David affirmed Solomon's kingship, and he was anointed king, likely around the age of 18, with Zadok presiding over his coronation. Early in his reign, Solomon focused on uniting the kingdom and establishing peace. His exceptional wisdom, which distinguished him as a leader, was revealed through a covenant he made with God. This covenant, documented in 1 Kings, was solidified in Gibeon, where Solomon offered sacrifices to God. That night in a dream, God appeared to Solomon, offering him anything he desired. In an act of great humility, Solomon asked for wisdom to govern the people with justice and discernment, acknowledging his need for divine guidance. His choice to seek wisdom instead of wealth or power demonstrated his commitment to lead with integrity. God was pleased with Solomon's request, and in addition to granting him unparalleled wisdom, gave him immense wealth and honor. One of the most famous examples of Solomon's wisdom is the story of two women who came before him, both claiming to be the mother of a child. This story, found in 1 Kings 3, showcases Solomon's unmatched ability to render just and wise judgments. Rather than making a hasty decision, Solomon proposed a shocking solution: to cut the baby in half and give each woman a portion. The reactions of the women quickly revealed who the true mother was. The woman who truly loved the child pleaded for the baby's life, suggesting that he be given to the other woman, while the other, who was not the true mother, agreed to Solomon's proposal. In his wisdom, Solomon immediately recognized the real mother and decreed that the child be given to her. In addition to his wisdom, Solomon is widely remembered for his remarkable achievements, most notably the construction of the magnificent Temple of Jerusalem. This monumental project became not only the spiritual heart of the kingdom, but also a lasting symbol of God's presence among the Israelites. The grandeur of the temple reflected Solomon's administrative skills and the prosperity of the kingdom. Although the desire to build the temple was originally conceived by his father David, it was Solomon who brought this great vision to life. The biblical account describes the precious materials used in the construction, including cedar wood from Lebanon and pure gold for the decorations, demonstrating Solomon's dedication to honoring God. Mount Moriah, the chosen site for the temple, held deep spiritual significance, as it was the place where Abraham had shown his faith by being willing to sacrifice his son, Isaac. This act of faith symbolized the covenant relationship between God and the people of Israel, and the temple continued to represent this connection. The Temple of Solomon became Israel's spiritual and cultural center, uniting the people in worship and devotion to God. However, Solomon also focused on building international alliances, expanding trade, and strengthening diplomatic relations. A famous example of this is the visit of the Queen of Sheba, who came to Jerusalem to test Solomon's wisdom, as recorded in 1 Kings and 2 Chronicles. She arrived with a caravan full of spices, gold, and precious stones, and posed challenging questions, all of which Solomon answered with ease. The queen's visit underscored the importance of diplomacy at the time. Solomon also formed alliances with other nations, including Egypt and Phoenicia, by marrying princesses from neighboring kingdoms, a common practice to secure peace and strengthen ties. Despite his wisdom and many accomplishments, Solomon was not without faults. His greatest downfall was his involvement with foreign women, which went against God's instructions. According to 1 Kings 11, Solomon took many foreign wives, including the daughter of Pharaoh and princesses from neighboring nations, violating God's law, which forbade such marriages. Solomon's wives brought with them their foreign customs and religious practices, which gradually had a negative influence on the king. Over time, Solomon began to tolerate and even participate in idol worship, something that directly opposed the worship of the God of Israel. This drift from faith culminated in the construction of temples for the gods of his wives, a clear violation of God's commandments. Solomon's apostasy, including his involvement in idol worship, is detailed in 1 Kings 11 and 12, marking the final phase of his life and reign. Despite his remarkable achievements, his deviation from the faith had devastating consequences for Israel. God's anger was kindled against him, and adversaries arose, including Jeroboam, one of Solomon's trusted officials, who would later rebel and lead the northern tribes. Solomon's death marked the end of a significant era. After ruling for 40 years, he passed away, leaving a legacy that included the construction of the magnificent Temple of Jerusalem and a reign of peace and prosperity. While the Bible does not detail the cause of his death, 1 Kings 11:41-43 notes that his actions and wisdom are recorded in the book of the Acts of the Kings of Israel. Solomon was buried in the city of David, and his son Rehoboam succeeded him as king. Following Solomon's death, the kingdom was divided. The majority of Israel's tribes, 10 out of 12, refused to acknowledge Rehoboam as their leader, leading to the split of the united monarchy. Jeroboam took control of the northern kingdom of Israel, while Rehoboam continued to rule the much smaller southern kingdom of Judah. This division persisted for many years, permanently altering the course of Israel's history. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the remarkable yet cautionary tale of King Solomon's final days. His life serves as a profound lesson on the importance of staying faithful to God, no matter how blessed or wise we may be. Solomon's rise to greatness, followed by his gradual fall due to poor choices and the influence of foreign idols, reminds us that our relationship with God must always come first. Don't forget to subscribe to Divine Inspiration for more in-depth biblical teachings and lessons. We're passionate about bringing you content that strengthens your spiritual walk and deepens your understanding of Scripture. Please leave a like, share your thoughts or favorite parts of Solomon's story in the comments, and share this video with your church group, family, and friends. Together, we can spread these powerful stories and lessons to as many people as possible. Thank you for being part of this journey with us, and we'll see you in the next episode.